Welcome back to the Conservative Convention here in Vancouver. Well, the other person who's being talked a lot about on the floor of this convention joins me now. Jason Kenney, senior member of the Harper cabinet for many years. Good to have you here. You know, we just had Kevin O'Leary on the show, and he was saying that in terms of the direction of where the Conservative movement should go, he said yes to gay marriage, yes to legalized marijuana, yes to physician-assisted death. What do you think of that direction? Is that where the party should be going?
Well, I'd say welcome to the Conservative Party, welcome to the Policy Convention. You're going to find every opinion on the floor here, and this is the chance we get to debate those and other issues. I gathered Kevin just joined the party 3 days ago, and he's welcome to express those issues, those points of view.
But on those main issues, which would be seen as sort of moving away from the social conservative aspect of the party into something more centrist, is that where you personally want to see the party go?
Well, I would say that it depends on the issue. On euthanasia, for example, I think many Canadians across the political spectrum, including disability activists, have very serious concerns about the implications of telling people that, of legalizing killing individuals who are at the end of life, as opposed to providing them with the kind of palliative care that we should be doing more of. I think on marijuana, you're going to hear a range of opinions. A lot of Conservatives would say we have to do everything possible to keep it out of the hands of kids because of the negative effects on adolescent brain development. Others would say let's at least decriminalize minor possession. So I think you're going to get a range of views. I don't think his perspective on any of those questions is particularly aberrant or out of the mainstream.
Same-sex marriage?
Well, the motion was adopted yesterday. Well, that issue's been settled so long ago.
But you personally?
Well,
You have great sway in this party. So, I mean, what you believe on these issues is actually important.
I've been clear with my delegates and publicly that I think that issue is over and done about a decade ago, that our policy declaration should reflect the legal and social reality, that we shouldn't be trying to relitigate issues that were resolved 10 years ago.
I want to ask you, I mean, anybody in politics knows, the joy of winning and the agony of defeat, as they say, but you went through a particularly bruising election last October. How did you feel the day after the election?
I was pretty dead tired, Tom, I got to be honest. I think I did over 600 events in 150 some ridings in 12 provinces and territories, some days doing as many as 10 events a day. It was grueling, as any election is. And I was on a pretty high clip for a decade. Over 1,600 flights, apparently over 2,000 nights in hotel rooms, with multiple major responsibilities. And so I needed a period of time to just sort of decompress and get my feet back to ground.
One of the things that you were noted for in the party was the outreach to the ethnic communities or the new Canadian communities, and yet they deserted you on October 19th. In many respects, that was one of the reasons why the party lost. Why did that happen?
Well, actually, I don't accept that. We maintained, let's go back a step here. Back in 2004, as best we can tell, the Conservative Party only won about 20% of the votes of immigrants. We doubled that to 42% in the 2011 election. That did go down to about a third of the vote of new Canadians in October of last year, but we still won a higher percentage of votes amongst new Canadians than people born in the country. This is the only center-right party in the democratic world of which that is true. So our vote share went down less amongst new Canadians than it did in the overall population, and we still won a third of that vote, and we can grow from there. But I think if we lost some new Canadians, it's for the same reasons that we lost some voters overall. But the fundamental reason we lost the election, we didn't really lose voters between 2011 and 2015. We lost only 150,000 votes from 2011 to 2015.
So let me ask the obvious question. Are you any closer to deciding whether you're going to run for the leadership of this party?
I'm closer. I hope to make a decision by the end of the summer. I've been wanted to get to
Which way are you leaning?
Nice try. I wanted to hear from people in this convention.
Come on, you're open and transparent
just between
now?
the two of us.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
No, seriously, it's a tough call because I've been in Parliament for 19 years, and anybody has to assume. Well, for Stephen Harper, it was a 13-year duration. It's a long time, and you have to be absolutely certain you're prepared to go into a kind of life where you don't have weekends or evenings, or it could not be more demanding, and I wanted to hear what people in the convention think. I've been honestly profoundly encouraged by expressions of support. But I haven't made a decision yet. I will be in the pretty near future.
Very quickly, let me get you to address one last rumor, and that is that you may be trying to unite the right in Alberta and run as the Conservative leader in Alberta. True or not?
Well, I've also had a lot of people asking me to consider contributing in that way. I haven't ruled anything in or out.
Okay, Jason Kenney. Still more questions than answers, but always good to talk to you.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks very much.